Hi everyone, so hope everyone's doing well. Sorry, I've been really busy with a number of things, including travel and finishing a PhD. But hopefully that PhD work is coming to an end, and hopefully I'll be able to spend more time here creating content for all you nice people. Today, I just wanted to do a very quick reaction video to something that someone sent me. I had a quick look at it. It looks amusing, entertaining. So let's take a quick look at this and see what it is. It's called "What a Reversing Diabetes Dietitian Eats for Lunch." Let's sort of reload it.
This is what a reversing diabetes dietitian eats for a quick, easy lunch. First, I am heating up some frozen broccoli. It's super convenient to have frozen broccoli. I almost eat that.
Yeah, where to start? So if you're going to eat vegetables, to be honest, I eat some vegetables. Nothing hugely against eating vegetables. Maybe not that quantity, number one, and maybe not out of a freezer, number two. If ever you're going to buy frozen vegetables, just at least look at the ingredients. Make sure it only has broccoli. It doesn't have other things in it if you're buying frozen broccoli. And, broccoli grows a lot of the year. So maybe just get fresh broccoli instead of getting it out of a bag.
Every single day. I just put it in the microwave for 2 minutes.
Microwave? Like what are you, like a university student? Like, are you a college student? You're microwaving everything?
This is just to defrost it. I'm going to heat up later again with the rice.
Okay, so the amount of rice she has on her plate now might be compatible with blood sugar regulation. Maybe, just barely. You would have to test and make sure. What she's about to put in, and I don't really care that it's brown rice. All these things are going to have very similar glycemic effects in the blood, right? The amount that she's going to add to this makes it completely inappropriate for any human being, as far as I'm concerned, and certainly for a human being who's trying to reverse diabetes.
Putting in brown rice, you can do any whole grains you like.
Oh my goodness, she put the whole thing in? Oh, good.
Just pre-cooked them. Batch making is wonderful.
Can I just say, like, she is a small woman. She's a small young lady. She looks like I don't know how many pounds it is. Maybe I'm guessing about 50 kilos at the most. So what's about 100 pounds at the most. And she's eaten I don't know. That's a huge plate of food already, and without putting it. And there's no protein on it, of course. So I don't know what that tells us. I think it tells us that eating these plant-based diets is not really great for satiety. You need to eat a whole lot of fiber and destroy your gut in order to actually stay full on them. I don't know what it tells us, but it's not a good sign.
Helping you meal prep. And
raw tofu, dude, I was vegan for years. I was vegetarian for many more years. Raw tofu out of the freaking water on the rice. This is one of the saddest meals ever.
I'm just putting in a few tofu on top for the.
That looks so gross, man. I mean, even in the worst of my vegan days, when I was like a pretty desperate college kid, poor broke vegan, I was not eating meals like this. This is a new level. And look at her smile there. It's like, I don't know what she has to smile about.
Protein. I'm gonna heat it up again for.
And with a microwave, what the hell?
2 minutes, and that is really it, you guys.
Oh my goodness, I'm sure she's gonna put a sauce or something on this. That is too gross.
Guys, it's super fast and simple, and I just put some shoyu on there. It's low in sodium, and then.
What the hell, man? If you're eating this many carbs, as someone who's trying to teach people how to avoid diabetes or reverse diabetes, the sodium is really not relevant. Your body is going to, in a high carbohydrate state, the body basically thinks that it enters a state of panic, and it tries to retain as much sodium as possible. So the amount that you're eating in that situation is not really relevant. If you start to get hyperinsulinemic, if your insulin levels start to go up, if you start to put down some visceral fat because you've been eating too many carbohydrates, your blood pressure will go up. Sodium is not relevant here.
And I eat it with some kimchi.
Kimchi, great. I'm a big fan of pickles, but I would say that should replace the broccoli. It shouldn't be in addition to the broccoli.
Plus some bok choy kimchi as well. These are
okay. So the pickles, no problem with the pickles. I love kimchi myself. Good fan, a good deal. But why would you have, if you're going to pickle your vegetables, which is probably the best way to eat them, why would you also have frozen broccoli microwaved? That just seems weird and, I don't know, crazy.
And that's it. If you want to learn more about reversing type 2 diabetes.
If you want to learn more about reversing type 2 diabetes, definitely do not listen. Actually, no, you could subscribe to Charmaine Dominguez. You could subscribe to her channel and basically do the opposite of whatever she recommends 100% of the time. I think you will be in great shape, or she's giving you lessons on what not to eat.
Diabetes, you can check out my free training. Link is in my bio, and I will see you guys there.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, it's just too sad. Listen, this is not really difficult, okay? If you are prone to diabetes, and we all are to some extent, right? Or or obesity or whatever, it is directly the result of too many carbohydrates in the diet. This is just like what has been observed again and again and again. You can say it's too many calories too, and you can try and gain weight eating too much fat. At the moment, I'm eating a stick of butter a day in an attempt to gain some weight, and I'm failing. I'm losing weight, right? So I just don't see. It's possible. I know that it's possible, and I've probably done it myself over the years once or twice. But if you're, as long as you keep your carbs super low and keep the insulin spikes super low, it's really hard to gain weight. It's almost impossible, right? So, and it's really hard to increase blood sugars. It's really hard to worsen diabetes. You will almost always reverse diabetes just by getting rid of the carbs or lowering the carbs significantly, right? So if someone is pretending to be a dietitian and giving you a plate full of carbs, like, just walk in the other way, in the other direction. Like, there's no logic behind that. The quantity on that plate alone, the quantity of brown rice, and you can go in the comments on that video. In fact, let's do that quickly. So let's look at the comments here. So I'm sure I'm not the only one. That's a lot of rice. Who are you fooling? That brown rice will spike sugar. I'm diabetic, and any type of rice will spike my sugar. The carbs outweigh the fiber. Looks like a lot of carbs, brown rice. It's the ones that she's hearted and replied to also tell me something. Like, there's a lot of comments telling her that she's done too much rice. So I'm not so sure about this. So this person says that someone with family members with diabetes, brown rice is all they eat. Says they can't eat white rice. As someone who has done both, so first of all, I was never diabetic. I was sort of in the pre-diabetic range, but I've had a continuous glucose monitor, and I've eaten with the continuous glucose monitor. I've eaten 100 grams of white rice and 100 grams of brown rice, and I can tell you the blood sugar spikes in my particular case almost identical. The blood sugar spike with the brown rice was a little bit delayed. So if I'm spiking in like half an hour, 40 minutes with the white rice, I may be spiking in more like 55 minutes or an hour with the brown rice. But the spike and the area under the curve is exactly the same. And I don't believe me. Go and test it for yourself. I mean, this is not rocket science here. And definitely eat some meat if you want to heal from diabetes. Eat a lot of meat. Okay, I'll talk to you in the next one. Cheers. Bye.